Time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Now, Shaq,
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. We've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's the Cobra in at the 4 slot.
Love is known for how explosive he can be on offense, but he still gets knocked on for his defensive prowess or lack thereof. He seems to be tiring of it, though, and he's put in a lot of work. I think he's gotten better.
And here are the Cavaliers. And Thomas, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Thomas got his second bucket.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
So it's the Hornets now. Jefferson, a screen on Irving. Walker with it. He's picked up by Irving. Shot's good by Walker.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Here's Thomas. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
And here's Charlotte. Left side, Batum. Jefferson's shot is off.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
And Thomas, here we go. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside, Walker. Outside, Batum. Shot clock at 5. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
The Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
Assist goes to Nicholas Batum.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Now, here's Batum. Jefferson setting the pick for Batum. Misses from close range.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent, the result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Al Jefferson signed by the Bobcats last season to a big money 3-year contract in the franchise's 9 seasons. They never had a big man average at least 16 points a game.
Yeah, he's easily, by far their best scoring big man ever. And At almost $14 million a season, he better be. He is, though. He's really a potent scorer in the low post.
Hornets trail by 7. Outside, Walker. Kid Gilchrist, a screen on Irving. Batum with the 3. Can't get it to go. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
And for Jefferson and the Bobcats last season, the big challenge, finding him room to operate inside. Not a team stocked with three-point shooters, but they found a way to make it work. And Jefferson had a big season.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Jefferson. Williams comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Lamb is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker.
And Jefferson, not really an instinctive defender inside. Joining a Bobcats team that had struggled getting stops in years past, but they made some significant strides in that area under Coach Clifford, and surprisingly, they're one of the league's top defensive teams. What a game we've seen here for Thomas. He already has 19 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
Here's Zeller. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Cleveland leading by 7. Here's Thomas. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Thomas got 21.
Wow, he just keeps rolling. Unreal.
You talk about putting up points in a hurry. I mean, he's got personal spurt ability. He can't miss.
The offensive rebound.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Cashes in for a double-digit lead. He's got 23.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Hansbrough, that's good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 23. There's 39 seconds left in the first. Offside Thomas. Takes it from 10. And again, it's Cleveland.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Now here's Lin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the rejection by Thomas. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the shot is good. Thomas got 27.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense. And
so as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 13. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
On the court for the Hornets, Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough, and it's the Cobra, and it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3, the small forward. And the Hornets making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. It's not very often you can say this about the future is looking pretty bright.
So often the season ends and you're thinking about the issues you've got to deal with, but right now the Hornets headed in a good direction.
And for Charlotte, as you said, part of it is feeling good with their direction, but also they should feel good that they actually have a direction after the way the last few years have gone.
Outside, Walker. Shot clock at 6. Jefferson kicks to Walker. Off target from outside.
Having a direction, as you mentioned, had been a problem with Charlotte because they seem to change their minds every year about who they were going to be, and they did it for the last decade or so. Now it seems as though the base is solid, and they've got an idea of how they want to build and who they want to build around, and they've got a group that can grow together.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is developing his jump shot, but he's got everything else in his game. As Coach Steve Clifford said, first, he's an A1 competitor, and he's one of the few guys in the league that can night in and night out defend primary scorers and make it hard on them. He's team first. He just brings so much to our team. Gentlemen, back to you.
A great energy player, Doris. Thanks. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Nice game. Great performance by Big Cat.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Jefferson. Jefferson, a screen on James. Irving with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Thomas is running. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
6 on the shot clock. And Batum kicks to Jefferson. That's good. Jefferson's got 10. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Batum grabs the miss. And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll really help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed.
Here's Thomas, and the layup falls. Thomas got 35.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Walker against Irving. Pass to Jefferson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And 12 points for Al Jefferson.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Thomas with the ball. He has 35. No problem on the jumper in close. Thomas has got 10 points in the quarter.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside. And they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Lynn kicks to Lamb. No good off the back of the rim.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Thomas got 40 points.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Hansbrough misses. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And Smith with the stop.
They're scoring well. They're really executing, and building on this lead.
The pass.
Gradually add